Summer. Welcome to summer. 1st of December today. Or when anyone listens to this, it won't be the 1st of December.
But it will be summer because it'll be in the future because this is live and they're going to be post now.
Yeah, it'll be summer. It'll still be summer.
But
Southern Hemisphere summer.
Yeah, Southern Hemisphere.
Well, that's the thing that fucks me off, right? Is that I will, do because I'm quite frequent on social media, and I'll say something about the summer or whatever the season, and then people say, "No, it's not summer, it's winter," and I'm just like, "No, it's summer because I'm in the Southern Hemisphere. For you, it's your winter."
Yeah.
But my perspective is what I'm talking about. It's summer for me. You know, I would never talk about it being winter when in fact it is not winter for me where I am.
And seasons can also be an attitude as well. If you want to have a summery attitude, you can take that shit into winter. You don't have to be a dark, gloomy prick the whole time. You don't have to be a bit, when you've got a lot of anxiety and depression, that's kind of autumn. You don't really know what's going on.
That's definitely autumn. That's just that's sliding.
Yeah.
That's sliding down the slippery slope.
When you're really, you're going out a lot and you're scoring heaps of birds, that's spring. And it's just a mentality.
It is.
It's spring tonight, boys. You just sort of take it into the club.
I feel like it has nothing at all to do with the actual temperature.
Nothing.
It doesn't have anything to do with the temperature because you look at places like Alaska or somewhere like that. Somewhere Russia. Where it's probably cold year round, and then you have people, and they know as soon as it's summertime, they're out there, they got their boardies and their jandals on, they got their straw hat, and they're just, just summer vibes, doing summer vibes. And, because for those people, I'm just assuming this, for those people, it is an attitude. Yeah. Because it's not a temperature, because some places are just cold as fuck. Yeah. 100% of the time.
They're still ice fishing.
Yeah.
But they've got that summer buzz going. They've put on their piz booing fake tan.
And they're freezing cold.
They're fucking cold.
Freezing to death. But it's mentality.
A lot of them do die. A lot of them do die, actually. It's quite
I've
stupid.
heard that. I've heard that. They fall in the ice.
They don't actually then think, oh, fuck, I should have a winter attitude today because it's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's not safe. I mean, I'm definitely not condoning if you are in those places to have a summer attitude in winter because it is actually quite dangerous. You can get hypothermia.
Problem with trying to educate them on those specific countries on that is you can't really because they don't learn.
And they don't have the internet.
They're just fucking... They're a waste of time.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people think that New Zealand, we are... like living in the dark ages kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I guess to underdeveloped and third world, and it's like we're living back in the olden days and stuff, and we haven't really progressed. And I guess to a point we are like that, like we are kind of like living in the olden days. For one, we don't have a pandemic in New Zealand, whereas most of the countries in the world they're living in a pandemic at the moment, whereas we're not. So we kind of haven't caught up to that yet.
So what are they doing? Are they can't go near each other and hang out?
Nah, they got to wear they're wearing masks all the time. You've got to be like at least 6 meters away from each other. You can't pash strangers. All these things are going on in other countries, and we haven't quite caught up there yet because we are quite far behind. Yeah. And yes, we do have E.T. in the movie theaters. That's just come out last week.
That's a fucking good film.
It is a good film.
Some high fucking quality shit in that too, with his glowing hand and that.
Oh, how did they do that?
Spoiler,
the fucking
sorry,
special effects.
Careful.
Yeah,
maybe
I know.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's what. Spoiler alert! I think we're supposed to. Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
E.T. Just block your ears if you don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
So he in fact at the end of the film he does go home.
Yeah, he fucking goes home, the little bastard.
Yeah. So
on his bike.
He phones home.
Old school.
He phones home, right? And then he fucking goes home.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like
to his
it was almost like that was like an Uber, He
just got a little like a old school Uber. It was BMX actually. Sat in the. Didn't he fly up over? Oh fuck! I just can't. I didn't watch the end. I fell asleep towards the end.
Did you? No, he flew over the moon or something on his BMX, and he actually found his way home in the end.
I think that was actually on his finger. What that was
a cyst.
Yeah.
I think it was a sebaceous cyst on his finger, on the end of his finger.
It wasn't glowing at all. He needed some antibiotics.
Yeah, but that was a great the great Christmas movie, really. I guess
it was a good Christmas movie. Yeah. It came out in 5th of December.
5th of December, was it?
Yeah. Oh, what? Just recently, November.
November the 5th. Sorry. November the 5th.
Fuck. So you're not date conscious.
No, I know. Yeah, great Christmassy film, and it got me to thinking. You know, when I saw the kid flying over the moon on the BMX with the alien fucking dude in his basket.
With him, E.T. Yeah.
You know, what would be a cool? Like, I'm thinking now. I'm getting in the mood of thinking about Christmas gifts. You know, and giving.
Are you a giver?
Oh, not. Definitely not to my girlfriend because we've talked about this before. I don't want to treat her like a whore, and if I gave her a gift, she'd suddenly feel like she needed to
pay out again. And,
sexual favors for me.
Do the sexual one. Probably oral. I feel like she has to.
But I do get in the mood of not really giving gifts, but more like buying shit for myself. You know.
Yeah.
Buying gifts for myself.
Gifts.
It's a great season. It's a great excuse to buy stuff for yourself that you wouldn't buy for yourself during the year.
And I've got multiple me's. You know, I got the me that you know.
Yeah.
I got the me that does the dad thing in there. I got the me that probably should be in jail. And I got the me that nobody knows and can trust, not even me.
And see, all of them want a different gift.
They want different things.
They want different gifts.
Not all of them are available on the actual market. Some of them you got to go underground for. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Buy local.
And it's so hard to find one gift that can just suit a broad variety of tastes, of personalities.
That's right.
But I think...
So it's easy to buy 5 things for yourself.
You can buy 5 things for yourself. But if you are like a fucking crazy person and you want to buy a gift for someone else, you kind of got to think of something that is general, is broad, something that can appeal to someone who may lack confidence, who may be unathletic, who may like cool looking things.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why
Trains.
I think a boogie board.
Ah, yeah.
Boogie
it's
board.
a great idea for someone like that.
Boogie board. And that's why they are the most...
They got no balance. They got no sort of...
You don't have to have any skills.
Attributes at all, really.
No skills. You get something that's cool. It's got...
Unimaginative.
Yeah, unimaginative. Something that your grandma can have fun on.
Someone you normally don't like having around.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they're coming. But you've still got to get them a present because they are coming.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just something that you can keep in your garage. You can throw it in the boot of the car.
Yeah. You can use it. There's lots of different. I'm sure there's heaps of places you can use them.
There are. Yep. Yeah. But they are. The last time I checked, they were the most not sought after, but the most purchased item during this time of year, December.
Not by
December,
New Zealanders,
January. In New Zealand, in the southern hemisphere, I should say, because obviously in the northern hemisphere it's more wintry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could probably use one as a toboggan going down a slope in the snow.
What year was this? It was the boogie board.
What year was it hot?
No, what year was it? The
97.
97. And what was the northern hemisphere hot item that year?
97.
Yeah.
I think it was what are they called? Devil sticks.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call, northern hemisphere.
Yeah. Because that's something you can do indoor. You can do that indoor when it's cold.
Chatterings, devil sticks, pro-yos, all around there actually, weren't they? Did that win though? Devil sticks, interesting.
Devil sticks, yeah.
They got funny hands up there. You know, I didn't think they'd be able to do it and keep doing the same thing.
They don't have the dexterity that we do.
No.
But that's a hot item. So if you're thinking of buying someone a gift, and you don't want to offend them, you want something that'll last forever. Something non-offensive, something that they can have fun on, but not too much fun. Boogie board, I guess.
Boogie board, yep.
Or a bodyboard.
Bodyboard.
Yeah.
Flutterboard.
I think they're all the same thing anyway. But if you're in a store and that's what you see, or buying it online, boogie board, bodyboard, flutterboard, they're all the same thing.
And you don't need to worry about the flippers and that stuff. You know, just it's already enough. Like there's already enough going on.
Yeah, you got enough going on as it is. You don't need to add any more accessories to it.
No.
And the lifeguards will say, where's your bloody flippers? You got to fucking drown out there. And you might drown, but you look like a dick with flippers on.
So just leave those.
So you don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, coming into summer, you want to look good at the beach as well. You want to look
hot. You want to look like, you want to feel like the rest of the beach wants to sit on your lap. Like Santa. Yeah. You want to feel like Santa.
You want to feel like, say, if you're a guy, you want the woman to be with you and the man to be you.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. You can put it in multiple different ways. Like if you're a dude, you want the dudes to look
I heard
like
a rap song
you.
once sum this up, say, the girls want to blow me and the boys want to know me. I think that might do it. I think it was a Snoop Dogg track.
Well, he's a wise man.
Yeah. So
that sounds about right too.
Yeah. So that's how you want it. That's how you sort of want it to be. You want the girls out there to want to blow you, and the boys to know you.
Yeah, the women want to blow me, and the men
want
to know me. So that's what we're all kind of striving for at the beach this summer.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been working on my body, my summer bod, I should say.
You've been putting some work in.
Oh, sorry, I've got the vid. I haven't really been putting work in, but I've been planning on putting the work in.
Oh, nice.
But then we've hit summer now, and I realise, shit, I really need to step it up. So I'm going alcohol-free for 2 weeks.
Oh, actually, you're right. It's already summer. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I was too late to the party. I had these grand plans that I was gonna work out. I was gonna get fit, get my summer bod going, and I do have a summer bod. It's just fat and fucked. Really.
Everybody needs to give up. I didn't realise I was going to go to the gym today. Bugger it, because what's summer bod?
It's already summer.
Done.
Yeah.
This is what I've got now. This is the rig I've got to run out.
You're not supposed to be working out in summer, so that's why I'm going to go for this little hack, which is just to try and not drink alcohol for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I know it sounds damn near impossible, but
you reminded me. I had a couple of beers here.
Yeah, well, that's why I turned down your very generous offer.
Do you still want one?
Of a beer? No, I don't want a beer, thank you. I've got my coffee. Like I said, 2 weeks off the piss.
That's not going to do anything.
That's
ridiculous. It's yo-yo dieting. You went to a 40th on Saturday and got hammered by all the looks of Instagram.
Yes, that may be true, but I'm just going off past tests that I've done.
So all this is you're hungover still probably, and you're saying I'm never drinking again.
No, part of it has to do with the gout flare-up that I had last night. Oh. Another one is that I'm 106 kgs when I should really only be 95. Right. And then also I did a test a couple of weeks ago. I was also, I didn't drink alcohol for like 3 days and I lost 5 kgs. So I was just like, all right, if I can do that for 2 weeks, I'm going to drop down to like at least 90 kgs. I reckon 90, 95.
I'm really sorry you had a gout flare up last night.
Yeah, well, that's just life when you're a sufferer, when you've got a debilitating disease in your foot.
I know that it stops you from doing a lot of things.
It does stop me from doing a lot of things.
Sorry to hear that flared up last night.
Yeah, I can't even do any hacky sack at all.
Can't you?
Nah.
Oh.
Just with my right leg.
Oh yeah, but that's okay because you are so well balanced.
Did you hear that? I'm seriously.
It sounds like your lungs are in good condition for
they're not.
summer, sort of holding your breath when you fall off at Raglan.
No, my lungs are completely fucked. And the waves are going to be really good this afternoon, and it should be, a little bit of size to it, a lot of paddling, a lot of falling off and being underwater for between 3 and 5 seconds. And my lungs are fucked.
Yeah. What's been going on?
And I can't taste anything as well.
What have you been putting in them?
Which is weird.
You can't taste. That's the first. That's. Have you had concussion?
Nah. I was hanging around downtown. Near that hotel, where everyone's been coming in from overseas at the moment.
Oh yeah,
downtown, hanging out down there. I got a coffee down there.
I know the one, Femi Fatels.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Anyway, it could be COVID. It could be COVID. I hope it's not.
Yeah,
but seriously, I've been coughing my lungs up the last couple of nights.
Well, I was listening to a couple of doctor audio books, and what I'm hearing is chlamydia of the throat. So just be careful with that.
No, that's not it.
You don't want to become a super spreader.
No, and that's one of the things that I've felt a little bit torn the last few days because I've been sick, and obviously the rest of the world, apart from us, the rest of the world's in this fucking pandemic.
Yeah, they're all dirty and filthy.
Yeah,
the whole
disgusting.
Lot. Yeah.
Yep. And I didn't want to be a super spreader because I just kind of thought, fuck, imagine being that dude who just went around everywhere and fucking spread like the germs and the virus, everywhere. Because I've been doing that. I've been going around, been coughing, fucking sneezing, licking people, just doing all that sort of shit. And it's got me to thinking, shit, maybe I should have gone and got a test. But then here's what stopped me from doing that was
how deep they go. I know. It's deep.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. No, it was that if these are the symptoms of the vid,
yes,
then what are we fucking worried about? I've been sweet.
Yeah.
I've had like a bit of phlegm, bit of hoik.
True, you know, great.
I've had the fucking 90-day cough in my lungs, even though it's been a week.
Yep.
But, I've just been coughing my lungs out. But I'm fucking not dead. Like, I'm sweet.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go and get a COVID test. And that may be completely fucking ignorant, and I may be an asshole for doing that, but if this is what COVID is, then we're all fucking sweet. So that's why I didn't get a COVID test.
Yeah. Look, and the reason I didn't get one is because I was real lazy about it.
Yeah, there was that too. I just couldn't be fucked.
Yeah.
It was a 10-minute drive to go get one. And
fucking hell.
lining up, putting stuff up my nose.
We'll get them everywhere for you, you know. They're not everywhere.
They're not everywhere.
There's like 10 spots across the city. You know? Fuck that. We need 25, 30 spots across the city and maybe I'll go. But I've got all the symptoms.
And you've had a test too, haven't you?
I actually have had a test, yeah.
Oh.
Have you not?
No. Well, like I just fucking. I feel like I've just explained that last 5 minutes.
That.
I did, didn't I?
My memory's just sort of up and down. It's that mid-stage of the podcast.
It is that mid-stage, and something else I wanted to touch on.
Don't do that again.
What?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I knew sexual innuendo. Sexual innuendo.
Sorry.
No, I'm not actually talking like that. Was that in summer? You know, summer's the time where you get a lot of people out towards the ocean. They go from the inland of New Zealand to the outland of New Zealand, and then they're all in the fucking water. You know. And then this is the time of the year where...
Is it kind of instinctive, like just naturally they just sort of march out as a unit, they part?
Yeah, everyone just kind of
like
just
Noah
smudges out to the sides.
Oh, they smush it out?
Yeah.
What happens inland at that time? No one knows.
No, nothing really.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just find out in Matamata.
So they put... Wow, fuck. I'm never going to Matamata.
Oh, fucking
shit.
I mean, has anyone actually been to Matamata if they're not from Matamata?
Christ.
I don't think so.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. What was I saying? So we get everyone...
Yeah,
all of New Zealand's basically coastal for summer. And it puts a lot of stress on local surfing communities because you've just got so many people out there. You got the people who've got their boogie boards for Christmas, right? They're out there with their grandmas, and they're in amongst it. They're in the lineup doing dangerous stuff on their deadly boogie boards and that.
Yeah.
And so it puts a real strain on local surf communities.
Yeah, like the dairies don't have enough room in their till for the cash for the amount of ice creams they're selling.
That's not where I was going. That's not really where I was going. I was just saying that it's a time of year where people need to be a little bit more lenient, have patience with other people. You know, and it's a time for education because it's easy if you're a local surfer at your local break, and you've got a lot of people coming in to surf your spot.
Yeah.
I know because I surf Raglan, which is the most crowded surf spot in the entire New Zealand.
Northern Hemisphere.
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dying.
We can just edit your COVID out.
No, we'll keep it in there. We'll keep it in there. It sounds legit. Yeah. So we've got all these people coming into these surf spots, and I think we just need to, as locals or self-proclaimed locals or someone who's been somewhere for 2 or 3 weeks, we just need to, be lenient with people. Just educate them on surf etiquette and surf safety, and just it's going to make it a lot better, a more enjoyable experience for everyone.
So what's the basis you want the message to be? Just sort of get out of the fucking way?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Because people will get it. It's like, if you tell someone to fuck off, like it is quite an educational phrase. Like they'll understand that you're in a spot where this person doesn't want you to be.
Yeah.
So straight away, they're getting that.
Yeah.
And
there's a sense of urgency about it because there's danger. It's a live situation. There's pace involved, power, natural elements, fins, surfboards, and if it's paddles, sometimes those cunts.
A lot of times.
Yeah. So fuck off really has the full punch.
It does.
The full package.
But it depends on how you say it as well. It's your delivery.
Yeah.
Like if you were to tell someone to say, "Oh, fuck off,"
off.
and they wouldn't take that sense of urgency and that aggression and that there is something on the line here. That there is an element of danger in the situation. If you just say it like, "Oh, fuck off," But then if you say, "Fuck off," like that, and you just you
lose. It's too much. You lose that sense because when you're saying it, it's a place of compassion because you're looking after their safety. Fuck off means quickly move so that you're safe.
Exactly. It's more about them. It's more about the person that you're saying fuck off to than it is about yourself. Yeah. Because ultimately, out in the surf, if someone's in the wrong, a lot of the times it's them that is in a risky situation.
Yeah.
It's them that can potentially be injured.
Hurt.
So I feel like whenever I tell someone to like fuck off, like I'm doing them a favor, doing them a service, and I'm looking out for them. I'm being a good guy.
A place of kindness.
Mm.
Yeah. And so it's hard because there is that localism. You've been talking about it this week on the Raglan Surf Report, and some people don't know the rules or how to work out who's local and who's not, and what the local rules are. And is there any sort of thing I need to know? Because I'd like to road trip down.
Well, I think the thing to remember is that surfing rules and etiquette, it's a blanket rule really for most places. It's generally, you've got the same rules or guidelines, which is, no snaking, no dropping in, no looking at me directly in the eye, no talking back, no undercutting, no like pushing the lip down on people, always paddle to the white water.
No foiling.
Always paddle to the white one instead of the shoulder, unless your hair's still dry and you don't want to get your hair wet. I don't have to worry about that. I've got no hair. Then otherwise paddle for the shoulder. Those are pretty much blanket rules for everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you just take that into consideration, you just sharpen up on that. And if someone who is a local, and you'll be able to tell who's a local because they'll tell you very quickly.
You often smell it too.
Yeah, you can smell it, and they'll usually look quite grumpy. Very angry, and they'll be able to tell because they would have already told someone to fuck off like that. So you pick up on that straight away. So if one of them does tell you, what to do, say if you're paddling on the inside or whatever, and then you get in their way, and then they tell you, just say, hey, like they're probably not going to say, hey, look, what you've done there was, it was a little bit dangerous. You put yourself in jeopardy and myself. So, maybe sharpen up that and paddle a little bit wider next time. Instead of saying that, they'll probably just say, fuck off, like that.
Yeah.
Which kind of means the same thing. It's basically the same thing.
Rule.
So what they're saying is just, hey, maybe next time just paddle a little bit wider instead of paddling directly into my line, So that's essentially what they're saying. So if you can decipher that out of the words fuck off, then you'll have it figured out, and you would have learnt something, and everyone would have won.
Okay. That's really good. It's going to help a lot. It must be nice to be a local and have that right. I'm not a local anywhere. Never have been, except from a pub. You came down. I'm a local there.
Yeah, I did.
You came down
with
me yesterday.
Well, you've been drinking at that pub for 2 years now, I think. So.
On a Monday.
Yeah.
Actually.
No, it is. Being a local is...
it must be nice.
It is.
Throw that
I tell
authority
you what.
around.
Yeah.
Yell at people.
Yeah. But there was a couple of things that I found out, was that I'm not actually a local. Yeah. I put the feelers out and I tried to determine what people's interpretation of a local was. Because I've never been too sure on
local?
this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. What is a local? And I was getting some various feedback.
Yeah.
Some people were saying you've got to live somewhere for over 20 years.
Oh, Jesus.
Another person was saying you've got to be born there.
When you have a mum like mine chasing men around the country, how are you supposed to live in one place for 20 years?
Exactly. How do you even know where the fuck you're from half the time?
Fuck. 10 schools, no friends, just because your mum loves a bit of sauce. And then you're told you're not a local anywhere. Sorry. Carry on.
We're straight back into that sexual innuendo.
No.
But and I was looking at that because there's a lot of people in my hometown of Raglan who... obviously their parents were extremely selfish and they had no foresight into the local status of their children.
Yeah.
Because they fucked off and they drove 40 minutes into first world civilization of Hamilton to give birth in Waikato Hospital, which has the adequate facilities for birthing.
Wonderful Medicare.
So they decided to do a fucking selfish act like that and not even think about their children potentially growing up to be a surfer and try
genuine locals.
Yeah, and become a local. And, because they could have easily had a home birth and just popped a child out at home.
They're hard out.
You can do that.
Honestly, you just get in the bath and have a couple of tequila shots and fucking push.
Yeah. Well, not that you know that, but you've seen births.
I've been around.
But what I'm trying to say here is that all it takes, this is just going off what someone had told me, is that you have to be born in the area to become a local.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
So any mothers out there, if you really care about your child or your potential child or children, any pregnant woman, just consider that before you fuck off to a hospital with all the facilities and stuff.
Aftercare and shit.
Yeah, aftercare. That's just selfish. That's selfish parenting, really. You've started off on the back foot as a parent by doing some stupid selfish shit like that. You've got to think about your child and and their child potentially growing up and wanting to be able to tell people to fuck off and not being able to because they're not a local.
And it rubs off on the family. It's the father then can say, well, son's a local. Kind of gives him a right there at the car park as well. It rubs off on everybody around the local. If you're brother of the local, or sister or father or mother of the local, lover of the local, if you can love a local, you'll get a right as well.
It helps. It definitely helps to be associated with a local.
So stop being selfish and think about the family as well.
Yeah, you have to think about the broader community, really.
That's what the problem
when giving
birth.
That's the
problem with women normally, pregnant women, selfish.
Yeah, just very selfish people. And so, and that's the thing. Not a lot of Raglan locals are really locals because a lot of them went into Hamilton, which is, that's a whole 35, 40-minute drive out of Raglan.
Yeah, no, it's not Raglan.
And they were born there, and then they came back, but they weren't.
Maybe the same councils, maybe tax and rate, whatever. That shit's just white people fucking jargon.
Similar council, Waikato District Council.
Yeah.
Although Raglan has its own separate council.
Does it?
Yeah. So they're not.
That's
they're very different.
Like Hogwarts.
What?
Well,
that doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, so what and so the other one was. Another one that someone brought up was 20 years, right? You got to live someone. Sorry, I don't know what I was pointing to there.
Well,
it just says 20 there.
Yeah, this is
20 years. Okay, 20 years. 20 years is another one. So
you probably do know.
20 years is another one, right?
Yeah.
So if you take that out of play,
yeah.
If you were born somewhere, say if you weren't born somewhere but you lived somewhere for 20 years, is another way to qualify as a local.
I'm a local nowhere.
Well, see, but this is the thing. Is that 20 years in succession? Can you leave and come back?
I think you can always come back.
Is there a ticketing system? Is there a swipe card on the border of the town?
A hop on, hop off.
A hop on, like a hop card. How do you quantify that? How can you measure that?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it's important too because then we'd know who's locals and who's not.
And
be nice. Some people probably claim to be locals. You ain't fucking local. You've just been staying in the campground for 3 days, lovely.
I seen you leave town for a month last year. You went to Bali, Indonesia for a month.
Yeah.
And then you came back.
Take
you can't
that off
do that.
your ticket.
Yeah, because you're only allowed.
Choose down.
You're only allowed to go out of town for 2.5 weeks. You go over 2.5 weeks. I had the same thing actually with my student loan. I left the country for just under 6 months, and then I got an email saying, "Hey, look, if you're out of the country for over 6 months, we start charging interest on your student loan." So there was a threshold, there was a time limit for when I had to start paying interest on my student loan. And because I came back a day before that kicked off, or kicked in, or kicked up, whatever. Started. I didn't get charged any interest, and it went back to zero. So there was that 6 months, right?
Yeah, gotcha. The window.
Yeah, and so they looked at me as someone who had left the country and now was living overseas after 6 months. So it could be the same thing in terms of localism. If you live in a certain area for X amount of time, and then you leave, but you don't leave for longer than 6 months, you can come back, and then that time will keep ticking away. If you spend over 6 months away, no, I really don't want to be here. Thank you. Told you I got gout. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe that's part of it. That could be a way.
And if you stay for like 8 months, does that mean you take 2 months off what's standing already? Choose into what you've built up?
No, I think you return back home, right? Or what was your home, even if you've lived there for 19 years, and you got to start fresh again.
Can a boomer be, someone like a boomer, old fucking boring cunt?
Are we talking about double local?
Yeah.
Double local. Yeah, double local. Well, technically, yes, you could be a double local.
A DL.
All right. So how's this one? You were born somewhere, right? Okay.
Yeah. Wellington.
You were born somewhere?
Yep.
We're all born somewhere.
Yep.
Say, for instance, I was born in Raglan, which I wasn't because I'm not a local. I was born in Tauranga and lived there for 6 whole months as a child. Say you were born in Raglan.
There either.
You were born in Raglan.
Yep.
And then you lived there for a year or whatever. Just some arbitrary number. 18 months.
Yeah.
And then you moved to Gisborne.
Yeah.
Actually, I won't talk about Gisborne last time.
Fuck
Gisborne.
Hawke's Bay.
I talked about Gisborne last time. People weren't very
get
happy
out
about
of
it.
that
Okay,
area.
HB Hawke's Bay. I don't know why the fuck.
Hawke's Bay sucks.
Hawke's Bay,
Go to the
okay.
Wairarapa.
Wairarapa. Okay, we go to the Wairarapa. And then I live in the Wairarapa for 20 years.
Yeah.
But because I was born in Whangaroa, Raglan,
Yeah.
and then I moved to Wairarapa, I'm a local in 2 spots.
Yeah.
So I can tell people...
Double dipping.
I can tell people in Raglan to fuck off.
Yeah.
And then I can also paddle out and surf Lake Ferry in the Wairarapa and just tell people out there to fuck off as well.
Off. Paddle out Castle Point, tell them to fuck off.
It's the same as dual citizenship.
That's nice. 2 passports.
Yeah, it's dual citizenship. So that's how you get it. You're born somewhere, and then you go do 20 years somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's how you get dual localship, or
That's
whatever it's called.
a localism. Dual local.
Yeah.
Dual local.
Dual local status.
Dual locust.
Dual citizenship.
I'm gonna probably take you to
God.
the doctor. You need a.
Oh, it's a hearty cough, eh?
It's not. It's bassy.
Oh.
We should edit it and make it the bass to it.
Oh man, it's like the
song.
fucking the devil's trying to rip itself out of my lungs or something.
Yeah, beat on
demons.
your chest.
Demons, the demons in my
are
lungs.
playing your vocal cords like a harp.
But yeah, so and fuck localism.
Yeah.
That's it really. Those were the 2 things, the 2 main ones that I read over, and I thought, well, they kind of resonated with me. I could understand how you could look at that and be like, all right, you know, that's what makes a local. That's what justifies localism.
So is there any sort of part-time passes? Like, you know, let's say your mum lives in, I don't know, Whangamata, somewhere like that, embarrassing like that.
Your mum lives in Whangamata, doesn't she?
She lives out of Whangamata.
Yeah,
she's.
I don't think it works. No, I don't think it works.
Can you
like that.
you know, you're there a lot over summer. Does it sort
No,
of?
but your mother moved there.
My mother moved just not in Whangamata. She's near Whanga, and she came from Wairarapa. Yeah, she's from. But like I said, she chased men around the country. For years.
Well, see, if your mother was born in Whangamata, then you could probably get some kind of green card for that.
Yeah.
But because no.
What about if you've got a really close relationship with a local?
I think if you've had a child with a local.
Oh, if you bear a local's child.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a local, but it does give you some.
Yeah, that's right.
Privileges that a local would
cross-pollinate.
Yeah, cross-pollinate.
Yeah, then you can get. That's what we're talking about the pregnant mothers before. Not be so selfish and let the husbands and the fathers and them really enjoy the localism that they can offer a child by birthing it in a place.
Yeah,
you might want to be a local of.
A local off.
Local off.
Local
hey,
off.
what about a local off?
A local off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That could be another thing. So you've got 2 people.
A hierarchy in the localism.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like who is the most local? Because in a small town like Raglan, you do get a lot of people, and they puff their chests out, and they really try to
get bra boys tattooed across there in Australia. Those guys,
they try to fucking swing their dicks around, and fucking puff their chests out and piss everywhere, mark their territory, like on that video I did the other day.
Yes.
But yeah, you get a lot of that in small towns like Raglan. I see a lot of that. People trying to. Be the dominant one, the alpha. Yeah. Try to say that they've lived here for longer than someone else, that their families lived here for longer, or
who's Mufasa, who's Scar.
But one of the interesting things is that you have people who will claim local status, and they'll puff their chests up, they'll do all this sort of stuff, and they'll claim their family lives here and that and blah 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 and whatever, and they see all this as a positive thing, but unfortunately, the thing that they seem to miss is a lot of these people are fucking assholes.
Yeah, that's right.
They're fucking assholes, and people look at them and they're like, well, I can't really respect you, even though, you're a local and you've lived here forever and your family's from here, so on and so forth, but I just can't respect you because you're a fucking asshole.
You're a cock-end.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so I think that's the thing that a lot of people miss. A lot of locals miss.
Yeah.
It's just like, you may be out in the surf and you may be able to get a bunch of waves or whatever, but at the end of the day, like I'm out of here, and I'm pretty happy with who I am.
Yeah.
But then you're still a fuckwit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people look at me like that because I act like an entitled fuckwit out on the surf all the time.
Yeah.
But
I quite like it when you yell at people.
I've never yelled at anyone.
It's exciting.
No, I think it's because I can get away with it. You know, I can get away with it.
Well,
and I've surfed there for a long.
You surf away.
Yes.
And then you paddle around. You know, you're an extreme athlete.
Swift and nimble.
Swift and nimble.
I look at myself as swift and nimble, so I can maneuver through the lineup. You know, I can maneuver through the lineup. Fuck this person off. Fuck that person off.
Jump that person.
Yeah, not so much in the surfing, but just, you know, manoeuvring around the lineup, around people. You know, paddling around them to certain spots. And
there was one indiscretion, actually, I thought I would bring up. Some feedback I read online from a Raglan Surf Report. Someone suggested that you nearly ran somebody over in a video. I'm sorry to just do this abruptly. I thought maybe you'd want to approach that. It was 30 seconds into one of your videos.
I know the
guy's head off.
I know the comment. Yeah, this guy was not happy with the way that I had conducted myself out in the surf. He deemed that I was far too close to a fellow surfer. Yeah. He said that the surfer paddling out was doing the right thing and paddling towards the white water so he wouldn't get in my way. White wanger, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
And that's a fair point because the guy was doing the right thing and he was paddling towards the white water and he was getting out of my way. But the thing that this fella commenting failed to realise was that I was actually nowhere near the fucking dude and I was just surfing the line of the wave, right?
Yeah.
And it was almost like the dude commenting had never in his life actually surfed with another person.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting, and I was somewhat envious.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of figured this guy, he's calling me out for almost hitting this guy, which I come nowhere near him, and I just thought, fuck, this bloody bloke, he probably lives on a deserted island with perfect peeling waves and no one out.
Lefts and rights.
You know? That was my first instinct was just like, this guy probably just lives in fucking paradise. And he's seeing this. I don't know how he's got an internet connection with, absolutely no one being there. But, he's looking at this and he's just like, oh, my God, what the fuck is this? He almost killed that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's how the finger, didn't he? And he just obviously doesn't realise he's never had to be in that situation before.
No, he was quick to pass judgment. And then after that, I kind of thought more about it and I thought, maybe he doesn't live somewhere that's out of the way, that's
and
secluded.
He could never turn like that.
Maybe he's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think that's the conclusion that I came to.
He wouldn't have made the drop on the wave that you were on.
Nah, well, he might have. It wasn't a very gnarly wave, as they say in surfing lingo. But yeah. It's always interesting when you get that kind of commentary, social commentary.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe people can go and look at the video, or you can play it now, and people can give you feedback. Were you too close? Is there an apology needed?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. We'll play that clip now. So you should be able to see. I do a bottom turn, and you can see there's a guy just right there in front of me.
And he's heading towards the whitewater.
He's heading towards the whitewater. He's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
As you can see, I do a nice clean bottom turn. There's no jerky motion like I've hit him or I'm trying to, divert my line. The guy, he doesn't look panicked. He just does a normal duck dive. Also, it's hard to see with the depth of field with the camera, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to come out looking like the Joker. Maybe your middle fin really opened up his smile there as he ducked over and you did that bottom turn there. It's a beautiful turn, actually.
Oh, it's a nice bottom turn. Yeah. But you can also see that I don't look stressed out. Like, I'm not, trying to avoid him. I'm just surfing the right line.
You didn't give a fuck who was anywhere, did you really?
No, I didn't because it was the best wave that I caught that session.
Yep.
And I knew I wasn't going to hit the guy because he was nowhere fucking near me.
And he was happy, eh? He's carried on surfing.
Oh, here's one. He high-fived me out in the lineup and he says, thanks for not hitting me. And I was just like, what? You were near me? Oh, I didn't see you.
Oh, really? See, so this guy commenting doesn't even know the situation.
Nah.
And in real life, everyone was actually really happy.
See, and that's the thing that you don't get. That's the context that you don't get when you just look at a clip.
The real life. Reality.
Yeah, the reality. Exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much that. What else do we have?
There was one more thing here. People have asked for a horoscope. People have been giving you feedback on your social media channels. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but people have asked for horoscopes.
They were looking for a horoscope, weren't they?
Yeah, give you a horoscope.
I've done one.
Give them a horoscope.
I've done one.
You've done a few before.
I've done one before.
Tarot cards. You've done all that
stuff.
No,
it wasn't tarot cards. I've done a horoscope before. And
you read my palm that time. That was pretty impressive.
No. I shook your hand.
Oh,
it was different.
Was that all that was? That was interesting.
Okay, so a horoscope. I'm not sure how this goes, but we'll start with Aries.
Yeah.
So Aries is the fish people.
Yeah.
And for for the fish people, I think this month is a monthly, They want monthly or weekly?
Yeah, no, it's every 4 weeks. It's for,
but
it's for 5 days every 4 weeks.
5 days every 4 weeks. Yep. Okay, so it's 5 days every 4 weeks. So it's bi-monthly.
Yep.
Okay, so for the bi-monthly one, coming up in December, we've got for those Aries, those fish people, you guys are going to find it very trying and difficult to find friends.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean you're going to find it hard to find friends because you're listening to someone give you a horoscope reading. Yeah. And we all know that horoscopes are fucking stupid things that are followed and believed by idiots. So those people who are Aries, if you are listening to this and you're taking this on board, you are going to find it hard to find new friends because people are going to look at you and be like, this cunt believes in stupid airy-fairy shit. I don't want to associate with this person.
Yeah.
So Aries, that's what I got to give you for December.
Yep.
But
it's only 5 days when you're on your star sign. So.
It's only 5 days. You only have to worry about that for 5 days. And then the other 25 days of the month, you should be
okay.
Completely fine. And then moving on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you're going to find something quite similar to Aries. You'll find it hard to make new friends. Also, if you spout any of the stupid horoscope shit to any of your current friends, you may find yourself losing friendships and relationships. So keep it under your hat if you do believe in horoscopes, because otherwise it could be quite detrimental to your friendships and your relationships. Your job, exactly.
Just
most things. Virgo, you're looking at the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan, that was
Isn't that a place in Canada?
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! No, sorry. I just saw that on this yoga chick I followed on Instagram. I just saw that come up on her bio, and I just assumed that was a star sign.
Oh, because chicks do dumb shit like that. Yeah, they'll just fucking doing yoga, and then they'll say Virgo.
Yeah. Well,
no, you're not. You're stretching.
That's generalised, but yeah, they are just stretching.
Saskatchewan.
That's
just a place.
Oh, so that's a town, isn't it?
Yep.
Canada or something. Yep. So Saskatchewan.
I don't know. It's a weird place, known for some very. Let's just move on.
All right, fuck it. Okay, but anyway, Saskatchewan, you're looking at the same thing as Sagittarius, Virgo, and Aries, and then we'll move on to. Well, fuck it. The rest, they're all basically the same. So just anyone, if I
lion,
can give you
crab.
The lion, the crab one, mainly the crab one. I quite like the crab one.
Yeah, it's a nice picture.
It is a good picture. It's quite a ferocious. Snip.
Yeah.
But if I was going to give you all a horoscope, I'd say it's all along the same lines. Just take on board the fact that if you do believe in these horoscopes, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to live your life by some airy-fairy shit in the sky.
One point on horoscopes I would give is that, you know how they give you some lucky numbers? I often...
Oh, hey, look, use that for lotto,
though.
and
gambling.
That is good.
When you're at the pokies, choose the slot machine number.
Oh, the blackjack,
blackjack.
Still haven't won, but I use them because fuck it.
I haven't actually gone
That's
up.
That's a roll of the dice.
I'm down a couple $100, but I do believe that they are a good way to gamble.
Well,
lucky numbers.
Like any number, when you're gambling, it's just a load of shit, really. Much like horoscopes. But I think that was it, Is that what people wanted? They wanted that horoscope.
Yeah, that was perfect. That's all we've got there, too.
It was just for the 5 days of the month, though, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
All right.
I think we fucking knocked that one off perfectly.
Do you want a beer?
No, I'm going to stick with no beer. Yeah.
But we've finished.
I'm still not drinking. I told you I've got gout, and I want to lose 10 kgs for my summer bod. But yeah, thank you once again for listening, and congratulations if you've made it this far on the podcast. And as always, go like and subscribe or whatever it is to all my fucking social media things. And buy my merch. I've got some new hats coming out this week, I think.
Have
hopefully.
You come up with a cool keyword or code word, a giveaway or something?
No, fuck that, bro. People can pay full price.
Oh yeah,
pay full price.
It's Christmas too.
Even if you made it this far,
put them up. It's
put
Christmas.
Them up. Yep. Yeah,
chuck them up. I
actually did a 20% on Black Friday sale because I figured, fuck it.
That.
If people are saving that much money on shit that they get discounted, they can at least pay more for my merchandise.
Fucking oats.
Yeah.
Keep it up there for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I will.
20% up.
So get in there, buy my merch, subscribe to all my shit. Thank you for listening, and see you next.
Enjoy your summer bod you haven't worked on.